So we got the first big tweet, Donald Trump, um, crypto strategic reserve, and it was not the tweet that most people were expecting. We were expecting to see these Bitcoin buys going in from the U.S. Treasury, maybe some talks, with ETH Foundation or something like that. We know Ripple is lobbying for, after supporting the opposition, they're lobbying for their token, the XRP token, of which the founder owns like 50% of the supply. Are you serious? But the tweet that we got includes not only Ripple, Solana, and ADA, right? This is a shocker, right? These are two dinosaur tokens with almost no adoption. I know Ripple has been stress tested in the past. Banks have used it, settle transactions. They like it. Works great. Technology, great. Token, I don't know. Does the token need to perform for the network to work like proof of stake? I guess that's up to whoever's controlling this strategic reserve. But yeah, so we got Ripple, then we got Solana. All right, I could understand that. Solana is where it's at in terms of users and volume and fees and apps. I get that. Cardano, seriously? Like what? But the Cardano people are going to love it. They're going to say, see, decentralization is winning. We're the most decentralized. Trump knows it. Everyone knows it. That's why he's putting ADA in the strategic reserve. Well, Twitter disagrees, and we're going to look at some pretty funny tweets. First, we'll look at my reaction here. Why ADA? Why XRP? Why Sol? Simple. The U.S. government has chosen to deal with highly centralized altcoin issuers because they'll be easier to regulate down the road. I truly believe this. Cardano, you're not decentralized. You go as your founder goes. He's the figurehead. He's the hood ornament. He's the cheerleader. He's what makes price go up or price go down. He's been in contact with the U.S. government. I don't know how he convinced the U.S. government that this is a U.S. issued token. Remember, the plan was to support U.S. issued cryptocurrencies. Cardano is not that. They were issued in Japan. They were basically a scam token that just kept on chugging, and now they've morphed into something other than the original intention, which was to launch a gambling site in Japan. Now they're DeFi smart contracts and all that. But the US government is going to roll out regulations. I think they'll be good for certain use cases, certain networks. I think they'll be terrible for others. Good on Charles for getting Cardano into the conversation. I'll believe it when I see the actual treasury itself. I mean, I'm guessing that'll be somewhat public. But this has nothing to do with functionality. It has everything to do with lobbying. And being able to control networks at the foundation level. Remember, Cardano has a huge treasury, and they're going to spend that treasury. They needed this. They needed a buyer to kind of offset the sells from the treasury. The treasury is over $1 billion, right? So U.S. government's going to be that sucker for some of these altcoins, it looks like. XRP, I already mentioned. The founders got like a huge chunk of the supply, almost renders the token useless, right? Think about this. If the original Satoshi wallet, which has like 5 or 10% of the Bitcoin supply, started moving tokens from that wallet, the whole crypto market would crash. Like Bitcoin's decentralization is kind of predicated on the founder being out of the picture. Bitcoin is decentralized, right? Proof of stake tokens, no. Any tokens where founder owns basically more than 1% of the supply. No, they're not decentralized. They never bought the tokens. They could sell them. They could dump them. They could tank the price. Which brings me to Solana. Solana's got unlocks coming, and everyone knows it. I was kind of hoping to be out of my Sol position by now, but I held. I was afraid to sell. FOMO, reverse FOMO, right? When you don't sell. I moved my tokens to a centralized exchange. The price was like $220, and I'm like, I'll wait like another week and I'll decide. I should have sold them. Everyone knows these unlocks are coming, and now it looks like they've got a buyer. The treasury is going to buy these tokens, and whether it's over the counter or not, it doesn't really matter. Nobody wants unlocked tokens to hit the open market, and now the treasury is saying, according to Trump, they're going to include ADA, XRP, and Sol in the strategic reserve. Funny one here. Did we have a discussion about this, or did they just poll 10,000 Uber drivers and call it a day? Yeah, I don't know how much research was actually done, but Yeah, they ended up settling on those three. Here's another one. So the U.S. taxpayer will here's another. The U.S. will use taxpayer money on these three tokens. Why would they build a strategic reserve of something that you can just print? Yeah, I mean, fair enough, right? I know Trump did come back and say, "Hey, I forgot about Bitcoin and ETH, but I love those also." ETH makes sense, right? The adoption, the liquidity, the years of stress testing, and all that. Solana's been stress tested. It hasn't really performed well during certain times, the network outages and all that. It's got the history with SBF and FTX. A lot of people avoid it because of that. Cardano's really never been stress tested. They pride themselves on these academic papers. That's resulted in almost no user adoption, right? Their number one native asset, I think, is a meme token. So how is this better or different than what else is out there? Is the consensus mechanism superior? I don't know. Does it matter if no one uses the network? No, it doesn't. And then here's a Cardano person arguing back against all the tweets of like, how the hell did ADA get into the strategic reserve? If you don't know anything about ADA, maybe don't say anything, right? That's Cardano's community's defense mechanism. Well, you just don't get it, right? You haven't read enough of these academic papers to be able to even speak about Cardano. Hey, I look at the data. They don't collect fees. It's a $30 billion valuation. And their tokens down. Their tokens down 70% from all-time highs, even after this announcement. But he's saying ETH has no supply cap, you donkey. Okay. A token doesn't need to have a supply cap to be valuable. In fact, that is actually a red flag for me, because if you're saying that there's a limit, a set supply cap, when it gets closer to that cap, what's going to make validators, or in Cardano's case, SPOs, actually do the right thing if the economic incentive is leaving? Also, so that's the strategic reserve. I don't like it. I would rather them just start with Bitcoin and go from there. Maybe just like make some partnerships that don't involve buying the token with these American based crypto companies. What's coming next? Uniswap token, Avalanche, HBAR? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm not bullish on the strategic reserve. My portfolio will outperform the strategic reserve. See you later, OmniFlix. Hey, welcome everybody to Dead Cat Crypto. Joe here, you there. And this is the channel, as you know, that's dedicated to you, the crypto end user. Yes, you, the one who actually buys the tokens, uses all these decentralized applications, and also conveniently takes on all the risk in this wild crypto space. This is not a channel for pump and dumps, hype, boring tech talk. We don't have any of that crap on this channel. But what I do for you is examine the real value and the real life use cases of cryptocurrency. And that mostly includes the tokens that you've got in your portfolio and the applications that you want to learn how to use. We avoid rug pulls here. We look for things that actually make sense so that our portfolios are never exposed to unnecessary risk, but we have all the upside needed to last through these market cycles. And I've been here since 2017, and I assume that you want to last as long as I have. This is a minefield, the crypto space. So please support me by subscribing below. Feel free to get involved. I have a Telegram, which I'll link below as well. And of course, I respond to all the comments. So feel free to chime in down there.